Hello, welcome back to the channel, and we're gonna have a badger beer.
Way back a year ago.
Hello, welcome back to Trad Tuesdays, and we've got a Hall and Woodhouse or Badger Ales or Badger Beer from Dorset, and this was sent to me by Dan, or Daniel, from the Hoppy Traveller. Thank you so much, Dan, for this. Really appreciate it. So it's Hall and Woodhouse. There is a video on Trad Tuesdays giving you a little bit of history about Hall and Woodhouse. If you go back and have a look at it, I think it's like a tropical IPA, something like that. Dan sent me a bit of information here as well. So the Cranborne Poacher, Hall and Woodhouse, Badger Beers, 5.7% strong ale, used to be Poacher's Choice, but has been rebranded. Beer is still the same. So I'm not going to read any further because I think it's a little bit about a description there. So I'll see what see if I can pull anything from it as well. So yeah, so what is it coming at? 5.7%. It says rich and fruity ruby ale, the Cranborne Poacher. Now that sounds like a proper traditional beer, doesn't it? I think they do some cracking beers. It's like I say, it's from down Dorset, it's from down there in the southwest coast. Little badger on the top there. Yeah, and when I'm down there, there's quite a few pubs. I've seen a few down in Weymouth, Hall and Woodhouse. I just think it's great. I'll tell you what, I'm getting an aroma off that just from flipping that lid off as well. So yeah, let's get the beer in the glass, see what it looks like, get the aroma and get the taste. So a good traditional brewery. If you like I say, if you go back, I've got a little bit of history on the brewery on the channel as part of the Trad Tuesday. I'm just gonna. That's pouring absolutely fantastic. Look at that. I'll tell you what, it's nice aroma coming off it. That's the glass. Clear as a bell. Lovely ruby touch mahogany in colour. You can see the ruby going on there as well. Mahogany ruby, absolutely superb. The head is just off white, and I don't know if you can see that, creamy, and that is sticking around. That looks absolutely fantastic. Fan milk bottle. I think Dan said that he's saying something about Waitrose. Yeah, you got this, so you can get these at the time when Dan got me these 3 for £5 at Waitrose, which is cracking, isn't it? That is unbelievable price for a beer, especially 5.7%. So yeah, I think you get it, a mix of other beers as well with it. So let's get the aroma. Wow, you'd think this is actually proper plummy, real plummy. Dark fruits, prunes, really sweet malt notes as well. And then, I always say, it sounds daft when I say this, but I can smell a slight bitterness in the aroma as well. It smells really, really good. It smells really inviting. Okay, cheers. That's nice. That has definitely got plum going on. I think that it's got to have some sort of plum essence or something in it. I think it's really plummy, and it's got a sweetness there from the malts. The bitterness is slight, but it's there, and it's coating the tongue as well. But that sweet fruit note, that plum, is really quite prominent, and it's there, and it's long lasting. You could easily 5.7 is well hidden. It's got a nice mouthfeel. It's really creamy, really smooth. Carbonation is low, which I like. And that, you can imagine that it could be quite dangerous, because I can imagine drinking a few of them and then running away with it, especially at 5.7%, because I think that's easily a really smashable beer. It's really, really good. Cheers, Dan. Thank you so much for this. I'm going back. The looks deceives the flavour, if that makes sense, because them flavours I'd expect sort of like a getting from a darker beer, like maybe a porter. That's the flavours I'm getting, like you get from a plum porter is close to them flavours. Go back in. I'm gonna get myself some more of these. Let me know, Dan, if you've had that on cask, because I bet that is unbelievable on cask, because that's really good in the bottle. When beers are really good in the bottle, they're going to be, normally to me, they're like exceptional then on cask, because they always seem to be better on cask, and that's fantastic in the bottle. I think that's going to be exceptional in cask, if that is available on cask. See what it says on the bottle. See if there's anything at all on the back. They say there's no such thing as a free meal, but as you wind your way through wooded hills towards the tiny village of Cranborne, you might chance upon a charming rogue who says differently. For years, a Cranborne Poacher has roamed these parts, outwitting both authority and prey in pursuit of pilfered plums and a pheasant for his pot. Plums, unbelievable. Bold, fruity ruby ale, crystal and chocolate malts provide a full-bodied taste with sweet, complex flavours of damson and licorice. Well, the damson, it's plum to me. The licorice is maybe a little bit of bitterness I'm getting, but then crystal and chocolate malts is where I'm getting the porter as well. Like I was saying, it's like a porter in taste, and it's coming through like that on my palate. And it's really, really good. Fan mill bottle, 5.7%. Does it say anything else on there, ingredients wise? Nope. And you can find these, well, you can find the brewery, www.badgerales.com. I'm just seeing what Dan's put now, so let me get the rest of that in there. That looks absolutely fantastic. It's a cracking beer. Cheers, Dan. Really appreciate that. Okay, beers are still the same. Rich, plum, sweet, slight licorice, and strength on the finish. Yeah, I'm getting like that bitterness, that slight bitterness on the finish. www.hall-woodhouse.co.uk and history back to 1777. Yeah. So if you go, like I say, if you go to my the tropical one from Badger or Hall and Woodhouse, I've got some of the history on there, which Dan is on about there from that date. But that is a cracking beer. You can get that in a supermarket. It's a trad beer. It's lovely, and the price is unbelievable for something that's so easy drinking. Like I say, 5.7 is well hidden. It's lovely. It really is. Cheers, Dan. Appreciate that. I'm sorry. Cheers, Dan. Appreciate that. Maybe I should be saying, cheers, Dan. Appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops